another way to do it.
Don't? Okay. We can move on to the next test. Then.
Yep.
You did good. Thank you. Yeah.
This one is called Task R. So this one says, suppose that someone did not know what multiplying 4 by 6 means. How would you make them understand what 4 times 6 is?
You count by 4 6 times until you find the answer.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know that, just like you said, 4 times 6 is 24, then how would you figure out what 4 times 12 is? Can you use 4 times 6?
So if you said, how do you get 4 times 6? Or how would you tell somebody?
You count 4 6 times until you get that.
Until you get that. So how would you do 4 times 12?
Same way.
The same way. Okay.
So the next one says, how could you use 4 times 6 to figure out 40 times 6?
Count by 6 until you get to 40.
You said count by 6s? Is that what you said? I'm sorry, I just didn't hear you. And how many times would you have to count those 6s, or count by 6s?
Do you think you could split up the number 40 and make it maybe like into 2 different problems for it to be more simple for you? How would you split up 40? How could you make maybe 40 a smaller number to work with? What times 6? Do you know what half of 40 is? Do you know what half of 40 is? Like, here you say like, you have 40 of something. I'll take away half of that. How much is left?
20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you could make, do you think you can make the problem 20 times 6? And then have another 20 times 6? And that would give you the same as 40 times 6. Do you think that's correct? Okay. Do you know your times tables by tens? Do you think you could even split it up smaller then? If you do 10 times 6? How many times would you have to do that though?
to get 40.
Mm-hmm.
4 times.
4 times.
So the last question says, what other math could you figure out from 4 times 6? So is there maybe, like we were doing before, with making the 40 smaller, is there maybe another math problem that you could use 4 times 6 to help you figure it out?
And as we say, another way of doing the math, another method, like you could change could you change the times table to a different symbol, like adding, subtracting, even dividing?
Yeah.
How would you do that? How could you
I
show
would
us?
do 24 divided by 6 and plus 4.
Okay. Could you think
Interesting.
of any other ways that you could maybe solve for that?
6 times 4.
Okay. Reversing it.
And that still equals the same thing?
Any other ways that you could maybe think? Could you break it down any other way? Because you said in the beginning, if 4 times 6, you would have to count 4 6 times. Could you show me how you count 4 6 times? You know how to do that? You don't have to erase that. You can just do another problem down there. Okay, that's a good way.
Mm-hmm.
And why did you do it that way? How were you thinking?
4. So count the 4s.
Count to 4s each time and then you wrote down it?
So were you adding 4 onto the previous number?
Okay. Now could you maybe even write that into another like equation? This is called like an equation problem as you write something like that. Since you count it 4 6 times, could you maybe show that in an equation using like a mathematical method, like with adding, subtracting, and dividing again? Because you said you count it from 4 and you add it 4 more to get to the next number, right? So how would you show me that in a problem? So maybe I don't know how to, like I know how to count 1, 2, 3, 4, but I want to see maybe a problem that looks like that. How, like, you have 4 times 6. How's another way you can add 4 and continue to get and count it 6 times? Do you know what I'm trying to say? No. I know.
I think what she's kind of trying to say is, you said that it was, your first number there is 4, and then your second number is 8. How did you get from 4 to 8?
Add 4.
Okay, and then your second number is 8, and your third one is 12. What did you do?
You just add 4 on.
Added 4 again?
Mm-hmm.
And how many times did you have to add 4?
6 times.
So could you maybe make an addition problem? No.
Where's Eric, taking some DVRs? Is he working?
Huh?
Eric working or?
He starts at 7. Yeah. He worked last night, works tomorrow, so.
That's what I was trying to explain, sorry. Good. Okay, I think we're good on that task. Good job. We're gonna go
Almost
to
there. What's the next one?
task
Yeah, and
S, it's called. This is, let's do some mental math. Read out loud, one at a time, if necessary. Reveal them, okay, this is for me. Count for me by adding tens, starting with the number 52.
What do you wanna watch?
And if you don't know what I mean by that, I can give you the next number as an example.
What channel is Curious George on?
we want to
Oh, I don't have Netflix.
Do you know what she means by count by 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you think the next number, if you're counting by tens, starting from 52, what would be the next number?
62,
Okay, and what would be the next number?
72,
Could you go up to 100, at least 100
You
for
got a
me?
papa? What's your papa's name?
62, 72, 82, 92, 100.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's see, I'm gonna
You just call him Papa?
read this number for me out loud.
5,678.
Okay, good job. And what is 100 more than that number?
Close by you.
5,778.
And what is 200 less from that number?
The original number, I believe, right?
Yes, the original.
5,478.